I'm Macy Eglund. An investigation right now into what caused a deadly helicopter crash in the city. The sightseeing chopper fell apart in midair and plunged into the Hudson River less than 18 minutes after takeoff yesterday.
And so then I was just watching more boats go over there and more helicopters swarm, and then it sounded like they were trying to pull different pieces out.
Recovery crews pulled the wreckage from the water last night. A family of 5 from Spain, which included 3 children and the pilot, were killed. Meanwhile, the FAA is investigating this as well. A plane carrying Long Island Congressman Nick LaLota was bumped by another plane's wing on a runway in Virginia. He took a photo, posted it to X yesterday. That plane was headed to JFK. No one was hurt. Repairs are underway at the Roslyn train station. Construction will upgrade the platform and main building. Right now, 10 parking spots are off limits. That work is expected to complete next summer. Jericho-based Publishers Clearinghouse has filed for bankruptcy. The company was founded in 1953, famous for surprising winners at home with that oversized check. It struggled in recent years, and its business practices were scrutinized by regulators. Meanwhile, this Bayshore warehouse is shutting down and laying off 67 employees. Shipmonk fills and ships orders for online retailers. Let's take a look at your Friday forecast now. It is unfortunately going to be a wet weekend. Today, your Friday, though, temps getting into the high 40s this afternoon. Those rain chances do begin today. They continue all weekend. As we take a look at your futurecast, you can see that on the radar. The sun does return on Monday. We've got highs in the upper 50s for next work week. Checking out your 7-day forecast, you'll see we do have more sun, mild temps through next week, so things are looking up from here.
Long Island weather is brought to you by Fire Island Ferries.
Only a Newsday, an exclusive look at how drill weekend turned into a full-blown firefighting operation for the 106th Rescue Wing. Ken Buffa takes us to Gabreski Airport in West Hampton.
It came up on us like this. The flames were at least 50 feet tall, if not taller. Very violent.
An exclusive look inside the largest wildfire fight on Long Island in 30 years.
This is why I wanted them out of there.
And the aftermath.
We noticed come across the Long Island Sound, we could see the fire from all the way to Connecticut.
An elite combat search and rescue team scrambling into action here at home.
Shortening what we traditionally would call the kill chain, just in this case, instead of enemy, the enemy was, fire.
A drill day for the West Hampton-based 106th Rescue Wing turned into an all-hands operation.
It's luck of the draw. If we weren't here working that day, I'm not so sure the rest of this base might not have burned to the ground.
We got a bird's eye view of the 400 acres of pine barrens scorched by the March fire on board an Air National Guard HH-60W. You can see how close the flames were to destroying these businesses before firefighters were able to knock back the fire.
The major concern in this area here was there was a fireworks storage area with what we heard was 20,000 pounds of fireworks, and also a pool storage chemical facility with chlorine.
My fear was potentially if those do ignite, they could add more fuel source and now send projectiles to residential areas, making this a lot worse.
The wind, the biggest challenge.
With 50-mile-an-hour winds blowing the fires, and we all saw what happened in California. Those fires can spread real quick.
So it just pushes the heat. It preheats all of the fuel, the trees, the leaves. So it's all ready to ignite. It'll probably ignite even before flames hit it.
The best weapon they had to battle the wind-driven walls of fire was air support. Helicopters armed with what are called Bambi buckets picked up water from Wildwood Lake in Riverhead and dropped it on the flames.
My job on the back on the right door was control the Bambi bucket. So I have a trigger in my hand, and what I do is once we determine where we're gonna hit the fire, give me a 3-second countdown and say drop, drop, drop.
At that point, no more than 60 seconds between helicopters on the objectives. So that was able to keep a constant stream of buckets over the objectives, and that helped beat the fire down enough so that any of the personnel on the ground were then able to get control.
See that lake? That's where helicopters went and grabbed buckets of water, 500-gallon buckets of water, and then headed to the brush fire and dumped them. They did that about 28 times. It's about 14,000 gallons of water they were able to dispense onto the brush fires to fight them.
With assistance from 3 Ronkonkoma-based Army helicopters, the water drops helped more than 80 local fire departments get the upper hand.
To be able to leverage all this capability, bring all that training together, and have everybody execute the way they did, I think we had that fire pretty much knocked down and suppressed within a few hours, compared to 95 where it raged on for days.
The flames happened to break out on a drill weekend, with the airbase brimming with personnel.
Typically on a weekend, we're not here active training. We might have a dozen or so firefighters. We had the full firehouses here. We had the full ops team, the full maintenance team that could generate the aircraft. That took hundreds of people.
In the end, lessons from the past helped prevent a future disaster.
The way we employ the Bambi buckets and how we drop water on the fires and all that stuff, a lot of that stuff was really put to the test back in 95. But we've sustained that capability just in case this ever happened again.
Tactics learned from training with firefighters in Southern California also help keep the flames contained, saving homes and potentially lives.
Being able to actually help when people were in need and when the community was in need is a huge part of why we do what we do, and I am honored to be part of it.
Ken Bufa, Newsday TV.
A Suffolk County officials said the fire was accidentally set by a resident making s'mores. This is part 1 in our series profiling the 106 Rescue Wing. There's more to come soon, but in the meantime, you can read more about them on our website, newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box.
Feed Me is brought to you by PC Richard & Son.
Exploring an iconic Long Island food, steak tidbits. Andy Berlin has today's Feed Me TV.
So I am not from Long Island, but I live on the South Shore of Nassau County now. And I was at a restaurant recently and I saw something on the menu said our signature tidbits. And I was like, what the heck is that? So I decided to go on a journey, a tidbit journey, to learn all about this iconic Long Island food. Is the tidbit is it a little bit Irish? Is it Italian? Like what?
No, I mean, I would say it's Irish, it's meat. My take is it's more of a version of like a steak sandwich broken down in something easier to eat.
MacArthur Park in Rockville Center has been serving tidbits since 1972. And some of the regulars have been eating them since the place opened. How often do you come here?
Well, I'll put it to you this way. I'm retired now, and this is usually my seat, but those shirts are dangling in my face.
How long have I been eating tidbits? I'm going to say 40 years.
How often do you eat tidbits?
Maybe 2 times, 3 times a week.
Is it a treat? Is it something casual? How does it make you feel?
It doesn't make me feel overwhelmed because you're eating a tidbit at a time.
We use a club roll, which is butter, garlic, toast it. Then we cook steak, slice it, put it on the bread, cheese, melt it on the broiler.
I'm just so happy when I discovered a Long Island food. This food has been popular on the South Shore for at least 50 years and it's not really talked about. I love that horseradish sauce. That is so good. It's like eating at Arby's. I honestly really like the chicken tidbits too because, trying to eat a little healthier these days. But you know what? I think I like the steak better. It's a carnal pleasure, ripping the meat with your teeth. Almost like eating a steak, but a little bit more cash. For Newsday TV, I'm Andy Berlin. Tidbit, 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 tidbit.
She's got the whole place cheering. I love it. For more on tidbits, go to newsday.com. Click Get More below the Newsday TV video box. I'm Macy Eglund. Thanks for watching Newsday TV. Happy Friday.